Greetings all, Scully here, welcome you back to our free-to-play challenge of Star Wars The Old Republic. And before we get started today, I have just a few comments that I wanted to read off real quick. Zilent, Z-I-L-E-N-T, says thanks, and that is in relation to our Korriban, Datacron, and Lore Objects video. I want to say that particular video is not done yet because we still have about, 3 more characters to go through on those particular planets, so I will update those particular compilations as we find them, and so you guys won't be left in the dark on that. And I have one from, actually I have two from Oskri Gaming, O-S-K-R-I-G-A-M-I-N-G. He actually has 2 comments. He says, your video content is great, but have you thought about adding excuse me, custom thumbnails to your videos to make them stand out a bit more? First off, I want to say thank you, Oskri. I don't feel like my videos are that great. They're not bad. There's just a whole lot of room for improvement, and that's just something I'm going to have to work on. There's just too much of the video where I'm too quiet, and the only way for me to work on it is just to keep at it. So I appreciate that part of it. You were talking about the thumbnails. I'm kind of undecided on how I want to do it, or just in general, just how I want to do it. I know I want to do it. I'm just not sure when and how. The ideas I'm kind of tossing up on is, like, say right now I could take a screenshot of Sith Warrior. I'm not sure. Do I want to post this as a thumbnail for this particular video, or do I want to find something epic in one of my videos and have that plastered throughout the entire Let's Play for the Sith Warrior? So that's something that I want to think about. Your second comment from Oskri: I'm about to take the Sith Sorcerer to Droman Koss. I can't wait! Exclamation points. I feel you on that. He says, check out my LP of this game if you like. I only have 3 Star Wars videos. As far as your LP goes, I did watch about 1.5 of them. The first one I watched was, I believe you were doing the heroic, and this blew my mind. Alright, not only does this guy walk into, I believe it's a level 7 or 8 heroic, he goes in there by himself. Alright, and I remember back in the day, it took 2 people or your companion, and it was still a pretty tough fight. Now this guy didn't have his companion yet, and he walks in there, he clears the first wave, he cleared the second wave, and this guy's pretty smart. Now he line slides the boss, and he attempted to heal. Now the boss interrupts, of course. You know, I think maybe if he would have healed up a little bit sooner, but there wasn't really much he could do. He got off about 2 or 3 swings on the boss before he fell over. That video right there, just the first part of that blew my mind. You know, not only is he walking in there and doing this by himself, but if he would have had a med pack on his toolbar on that first fight, if he would have had his buffs on, I think he stood a pretty good chance. And props to this guy, he didn't even give up on his first try. He gave it, I want to say 2 or 3 more attempts. But yeah, guys like that blows my mind. I couldn't believe that, sitting there watching that. Anyways, I really appreciate you guys for the comments, because that helps me to improve my videos to be able to get them out better for you guys. So we did kind of enough on that. I would like to go ahead and start working here. I think we'll go ahead and talk to Malavi Quinn. See, in our last episode we didn't do a whole lot. We did some space combat, but yeah, Bear sent us here to talk to Malavi Quinn, so let's go ahead and do that.
Sir, I apologize, sir. It was the best I could do.
If that's your best, you're useless to me. I can shoot you dead with a clear conscience. Is that what you want?
No, sir.
Then focus, Jillins. Dismissed. I apologize for the delay, my lord. Lieutenant Malavi Quinn. I'm to be your liaison here on Balmora.
It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance.
And to you, my lord. Lord Barris will brief you personally, but I'm to acquaint you with the climate here on Balmora first.
By all means, go ahead.
Even though the Empire wrestled control of Balmora from the Republic during the war, we were never able to completely eradicate them. There is a rather sizable resistance movement. No one wants to admit it, but it's clear that the Republic is backing it.
Maybe I'll have time to do something about that.
Something tells me your presence here will leave an indelible impression on the state of things. and I look forward to it. I have a secure line to Lord Barris. I'll patch him through immediately.
Ah, I see you have convened with my apprentice. Very good, Lieutenant. Leave us. Quinn owes his career to me, but we should keep the details of your mission between the two of us. We must act swiftly. Noman Carr's Padawan has directed the Jedi's suspicions to my undercover spy there on Balmora. Do you recall this?
Tell me again about this Padawan.
We tortured a Republic agent and learned of the existence of a Jedi Padawan under the tutelage of my nemesis, Master Noman Carr. This Padawan has the ability to know the true nature of any being. She sensed darkness in my spy on Balmora. Thus far, the Jedi are skeptical of her power. But if his Padawan is validated, Noman Carr will have the weapon he needs to destroy everything I have built.
I will not let that happen.
My spy is Commander Rylan of the Republic Resistance. He is the central contact for all my operatives in this sector. Unfortunately, Quinn is tracking an investigator that the Jedi have sent. That means we have to cover our tracks before you kill Rylan. Your first mandate is to destroy evidence that links Rylan to the sabotaging of Balmora's defense systems during the war. To do so, you must break into the satellite control tower. Quinn reports that the tower is a death trap of mechanical security.
Are there any special requirements?
Quinn has everything you'll need. I'll summon him back. Remember, he is not to know the reason for your mission. I'll be in touch.
My lord, I've prepared what you need for your assault on the satellite control tower. In order to destroy the mainframe, you'll mount this charge to the base and activate it. Then contact me and I'll be able to detonate.
Alright, now in that particular cutscene, the reason I questioned about the Padawan is just to kind of give everybody a refresher course. Especially for those that may not have seen the last episode, or I guess it would have been 2 episodes ago. And it looks like we're due for some training.
The Force is a weapon. I will
Speeder
show you
piloting.
how to wield it.
And we can't get that because we're not a sub, so I think we do have to wait till probably just a rough guess, but I'm gonna say, oh, it gave it to me. Nice. I was thinking we wouldn't get that till
Show
Tatooine.
no mercy.
They changed that. Let me pull that out. Let's see. K. No, not K. There we go. Oh, you know what? I still have to buy a bike, don't I? Well, I don't really need one right now. Actually, I'm not even sure where to get one around here other than going back to the fleet, and I don't want to waste the time. So, let's take a look at the map, see what all we got. And we got some quests down here to complete. I want to go right about here. I think there's a, not a lore object, but somebody that we can get some lore from, or a lore object, I can't quite remember. And I think there's some quests right here. At least there used to be. Yeah, we still don't really need a speeder. I'd like to get one probably after we finish this planet. Normally when I'm doing it myself though, I usually get it at Tatooine. And I believe it's in this building. I remember it was on the 2nd floor, I just can't remember where.
Finally, let's relax and kick off our boots.
I'll try that elevator. It might not be this building. And how do I... It's so dark. Ah, there we go. And if it's not here, then I will find it and fast forward the video to where I actually end up finding it at. And there it is, right there. So I'll go ahead and show that on the map. And it's going to be right in that area right there. There we go, the grand species. It's not really a lore object. I think that falls under the species category. Just want to make sure I don't fall down this elevator here. I'm so notorious for doing that. So there's the Sarlacc Cantina. This would probably turn up my contrast there. It is pretty dark. But you get outside and it's nice. Alright, now I believe there was some quests down in this area. And either those were heroics or they're just not available to us. It would have been right there. Alright, so now we're going to work on stepping lightly. And let me look at the quest real quick. I want to turn off our class quest for right now. We'll stick with these that we have. I want to wait a second because he's working towards it. I don't want to steal his thing. Make sure he's not dying. It looks like he is. I'm going to help him out.
All better.
Yeah, he's getting a little low on the health. And I don't want to steal that just in case he was after that because I would feel bad. There's more over here and we do need to kill some things. So let's go ahead and start over here. And it should be right down in here. Let me clear out these bats real quick. And it should have been right here. It looks like somebody else has already got it. So we'll probably end up having to wait on a respawn. Let's go back to this first one over here. Nice. Alright, where are they at? And loot what we came to get. It's been a little finagly with me.
All better.
Give him a little bleed and work on this guy. I hate the jumping in this game. Alright, so now we just need to kill 10 more forces. 10 more resistance forces. A little hard for me to see. My eyesight's not the best anymore. Might as well kill this guy. Yeah, I should have broke out of that. I should probably turn off that grappling effect. I'll leave it on for right now. And here's what we're actually after. Let's see if I can loot this without aggro. Actually, I still need a few more, don't I? 6 more. Three more.
That took some work.
Alright, I just need one more. Love it. Alright, let's go ahead and finish off our quest. Looks like it's right over here. I didn't get that bleed off in time. I think those are the ones that are gray. I'm not seeing any though, unless, no, that's not one. Alright, let's look at the map and see what we got. I think we'll head over this way. This particular one right here, that's just a bonus. We would get a little bit more XP if we did it, but not actually a quest, so I won't count on that one. Just break out of that, come on. Let's see if there's anything over here real quick. It doesn't look like it. Yeah, I'm getting a little bit nervous because I know our next character is probably going to be a sorcerer, and that last guy that was about dead was a sorcerer, so I'm pretty sure that class is still pretty rough. Alright, go ahead and drop this off. And pick up another quest.
To be with you.
These blasted Balmorans have no idea what's good for them. They should have fallen to their knees in gratitude when we first offered to bring them into the glory of the Empire.
One way or another, we will bring them to their knees.
Well said, my lord. Perhaps you wouldn't mind assisting me with a small problem. Last week, those wretched rebels managed to reprogram the defense turrets around Sobrik to detect and target Imperial troops. The engineers I sent to fix them were massacred. My only hope is to find someone willing to brave both the rebels and the turrets themselves to repair them.
These rebels must learn they have no chance against the Empire.
Thank you. The turrets are scattered around the perimeter of the city and guarded well by rebel spies. You'll need to use this to neutralize their defenses, then upload this code to allow us to reprogram the proper targets. Those rebels will pay for their impertinence with their lives.
Alright, so we gotta neutralize some turrets. Should have been some more quests. Maybe I haven't gotten that far yet. If you're a ranged character, you can just shoot that stuff.
Better check I still have all my parts.
Oh, what say ye? Oh, I don't think so. Nice little interrupt there. Forget you have to deactivate that shield by hitting this button first, and then you can get it. Yeah, I don't want to hit the same one he's going for. Let's see what's going on here. It looks like he's just running away, so I think we'll be okay. I just don't want to. I don't like steal killing. And let Vet take care of that. So we need one more. Nope, not enough rage. I tried to stun him. What was this button? Oh, there's a nice stun I didn't even realize I had. Oops, forgot to disable the shield. Yeah, I didn't get the cannon. There we go. Alright, and the map says to head on back. That's a nice little bike. I like that one. I'm not sure if that's actually a two-man. I know there for a while they were considering it. I don't know if they actually put two-man speeders in the game or not. I'm sure they don't allow you to actually ride them as a two-man, but I think graphically it actually was a two-man.
The turrets are ready for reprogramming.
Hail the Emperor! I owe you my thanks and far more. The Corps of Engineers will more than compensate you for your service. Now those rebels will see how lucky they are to be part of the glorious Empire.
And that's an upgrade, so I'll take her. And we're done here. See what we get for that bonus if we do it. 5,000 experience. Yeah, we're not really behind on levels, are we? No, level 16. Yeah, we're actually quite a bit ahead. Probably because we did that space combat. That's just something I enjoyed doing. I wanted to see what it was like again. And avoid some of this if we can. No sense in killing things we don't have to. We're way ahead on the XP curve, it looks like. Now, question is, where in the world is that Datacron? So I don't think it was that way.
Nobody better mess with us now.
Oh, that was all lined up for a stun. This stun doesn't even cost raid. I should be using that one more often than my Force Scream, actually. There's one of the ones ooh, 25. And it requires a tactician, and the only way to get the tactician is to do the heroic, so we'll skip that. I do want to make sure that I killed one, though. Alright, break out of that. Nevery Warehouse. I think this is where the Datacron is. So show that on the map. And the easiest way to get here is if you can pilot down to this speeder right here. Just walk along that path. And you'll come to this building. Sorry for the brief interruption. This portion of the video was for a Datacron run. But after going back and looking through the edit, I realized we got a little bit more than just a Datacron in here. So I wanted to make sure that I get this pointed out in the video. The first terminal you're going to see me click on is just a quest terminal, so this right here is nothing to worry about. The second terminal you're going to see me click on is where I pick up a codex entry, and I was unaware of it when I was making the video. And right there is the codex entry for the Balmoran Resistance Organization. And again, I'm sorry I didn't catch that in the Let's Play, but thank goodness for editing. And I'll go ahead and let Scully finish out the Let's Play. Thanks for watching, guys.
That took some work.
And we just need a few more kills. So I'll tell you what, I'll go ahead and advertise. Hopefully somebody can help us out, and then we'll go get that Datacron. And if not, like I said, then I will find somebody off camera and show you guys as soon as they help us out. Oops, fail at chat. Alright, so let's finish out our quest here. And this is where you do it, and nobody responded in chat, so I'm not sure. Go ahead and knock these guys out.
Nobody better mess with us now.
So what you have to do is you have to come over here to the shield control. And this is where you would have to have somebody else hitting this shield control at the exact same time, and then that door would open up. I'll see if I can get it to, but I don't think so. Yeah, I'm not even fast enough, not even to get it open for a second. What happens is one of them deactivates one side and the other deactivates the other portion of the shield. And the Datacron is actually right there. And once you get inside, of course, this red force field activates again, and the way to get out is that button right there. So that's how that works. And like I said, I will try to get that off screen and bring you guys back in when somebody can actually help us out with that. Yeah, this guy might help us out. One thing I don't like about this game, there's no chat bubbles. So if I was to come up here and walk and start chatting, he would have no idea unless he was actually reading up here. So that's one downfall. And I don't think I can send him tells as a free-to-play player unless he tells me first. So maybe I can get him to follow me. And it's looking good. It's looking good. We might actually get this done. There he is. Come on. Nice. Alright, so as soon as he hits that button, I need to be hitting this one. Okay, I got in, but I'm going to hit this button to make sure that he gets in. Okay, he got in. Sweet. We both get the Datacron. Wanted to make sure I thanked him. And I want to test something. I want to see, because I didn't actually test the force field. I want to test it right here. It looks like it's going to take too long to come back up. I was kind of curious if they left the force field part of it down so that, yeah, let's test it. I was curious to see if they redid it. Nope, they didn't. Okay. You still cannot get through unless you have two people. I'm not sure if we get out of here without aggro or not. Eight out of 9. I wonder if this guy counts. That guy does.
Brutal. Better check I still have all my parts.
So we got a little bit more experience there. Yeah, if you're not hurting on experience, I wouldn't worry about those. Just watch your experience. Now, some of them will give you credits as well, so make sure you open those up and read and see if they're giving you experience or credits. And there's nothing else that I need. Let's go ahead and use our quick travel. I should have already used it. And let's go to the cantina. I need to sell stuff anyway, I'm pretty sure. That would have saved a minute of recording if I would have used that quick travel a little bit sooner. And see if we can find a vendor in here. There's one right there.
You won't find a better bargain.
I should have dropped some of this stuff off in the stronghold.
Anytime.
I'm not sure if we actually get free bank accounts there or not. That's something I need to check up on. Alright, so we're going to Lieutenant Devril. And he is straight ahead.
Must have been imagining things, but I could have sworn I heard those generators go pop from here. Thank you, my lord. But it looks like the resistance isn't done yet.
You'd think the Empire would have an easier time with a ragtag bunch of resistance fighters.
Used to be we kept the resistance in check in the wilds, but now they've started to get bolder. They're attacking Imperial holdings in the old Balmoran industrial area. We need to punish their boldness. Lieutenant Thorpe at Markaran Outpost has some ideas about how to put the resistance back in their place.
Alright, on to Thorpe. Let's see where that's at on the map, actually. That is... it's actually quite a bit of ways, and I actually kind of want to start the story quest before I do that. So... I guess it wouldn't hurt. No, I think I will wait. I will wait. We'll go ahead and end the episode here because it's getting kind of long in the tooth there. Anyways, I appreciate you guys for watching. Thank you so much for your comments. That's going to help me out a lot. And look forward to seeing you guys next time. Scully signing out.